This episode discusses mature topics and is not suitable for listeners under 18. In the last episode, we discussed fertility issues, and even if a woman isn't trying to get pregnant, she can still hold trapped emotion and stored trauma in her womb. So, in this episode, I am going to discuss the benefits of womb healing.
You are listening to the Sound Therapy Network podcast, where we talk about all things sound healing. This podcast is for practitioners and clients who want to learn more about this magical healing modality.
You are listening to the Sound Therapy Network podcast. I am your host, Niajae, embodiment coach, owner of Bliss Wellness Studio in Tampa, Florida, and the creator of Somatic Sound Therapy. In the last episode, we dove into fertility issues, but even if a woman isn't trying to get pregnant, she can still hold repressed anger and rage in her womb, or trapped emotions or trauma. And I've been talking a lot about healing our inner teenager. And as I dive into the teenage years, I'm hearing how many women have had unfortunate experiences in their teenage years, whether it's being pressured to have sex before they were ready, or painful sex, or something traumatic happening to them. And our bodies do not forget. So even if our minds forget or try to block it out because we have defense mechanisms in our mind, our body still remembers. And so when we can get into healing that part of us, it will offer deeper transformation, deeper self-love, and the ability to have more passion, creativity, pleasure, and power. So in this episode, I am going to discuss what womb healing is and the benefits of womb healing. And if there's any men listening, keep listening, because this definitely impacts your girlfriends, wives, daughters, sisters, maybe even mom, understanding the women in your life better. So when I first heard the term womb healing, I have to be really honest, I didn't know what it meant. I followed someone on social media that was selling womb healing oils, and I asked her, because I'm a very curious person, and if I don't know, I ask. So I asked her, like, this womb massage for womb healing you're referring to, like, tell me more, explain to me what this process looks like, because I think in my mind I associated womb with yoni. And so when she was selling this oil for womb massage and womb healing, I thought that it was some type of glamorized masturbation. So if I thought this, I'm sure other people think this as well. So I wanted to start out by eliminating that thought. We're not talking about the yoni. We're talking about a woman's reproductive organs and the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is the lower abdomen below the belly button. So we're not talking about the yoni. Two different things. And I just wanted to address that just in case anyone had the same thought when I first heard the term womb healing. Okay. So now that that is out of the way, the area of focus is the sacral chakra. So when I say womb healing or massage, it's massaging that area, the area women typically have cramps. So thinking about that area, and somatic sound therapy for womb healing is referring to placing a Himalayan bowl on that area to allow the vibration to dissolve any trapped emotions or dense energy in that area. So why is womb healing important? Womb healing is energetic and somatic work focused on clearing trapped emotions, trauma, and energetic blocks. It doesn't just have physical benefits, it also has emotional, energetic, and spiritual benefits, helping women reconnect with their power, sensuality, and creativity. The womb is the center of creation, intuition, and feminine energy. When it's blocked, women often feel stuck, uninspired, and disconnected. Because I own a wellness studio, I've noticed a drastic rise in womb issues like endometriosis, PCOS, and even cervical cancer. So let's look at some statistics. In the US, endometriosis affects approximately 10% of women, and they say that it could actually be higher because some just haven't been diagnosed. And the diagnosis has increased 32% from 2017 to 2024. So obviously they're still gathering data for 2025, but right now at 2025, approximately 10% of women have endometriosis in the US. And a rise of 32% is a lot. PCOS affects between 6 and 12% of women of reproductive age in the US. Cervical cancer, for the US, they estimate about 13,000 new cases, and just in 2025, there's been 4,320 deaths due to cervical cancer. I actually had a friend that was younger than me that died last year from cervical cancer, and she had an adorable daughter, and it was a really sad and unfortunate thing. But even with that personal experience, how many women that come into my studio or that are in my life that share that they have PCOS, endometriosis, and then we get into other womb issues like cysts, fibroids, reoccurring yeast infections, and BV. And there's so many products that are coming out on the market, but sometimes products are just a band-aid. Putting a band-aid on it doesn't make it go away. We want to get to the emotional root cause and release any stored trauma from the body. This is not medical advice, so you want to consult with a doctor on hormonal imbalances, and we want to get to the root of the issue. So in this episode, I am going to focus on the emotional root cause of womb issues. So our body holds experiences. We can forget it in our minds, we can block it out in our minds, but if we don't do some type of healing somatic work, it will stay in our bodies. So here are some examples of when womb healing will be beneficial for a woman. So if you have painful sex or discomfort during intimacy, or if you've experienced any type of sexual trauma, or even forced yourself to have sex with your partner or husband when you weren't in the mood, that still impacts our bodies. So shame or guilt around sensuality or pleasure, if when you were growing up, you were told that sex is bad, sex is dirty, sex is nasty, there can be some subconscious blocks creating womb issues because of the contrast of wanting to engage in intimacy, but also subconsciously feeling it's bad, dirty, or you have any type of shame around it. Fertility challenges or irregular menstrual cycles, chronic yeast infections, BV, PCOS, endometriosis. Even if you just feel disconnected from your body or intuition, you don't feel safe in your body, you don't feel sexy. And this is actually a question I ask my clients a lot. When I facilitate wellness scans and I see that there's a block in the sacral chakra, I ask a lot of questions around sensuality, sexuality, because the sacral chakra controls our sensuality, sexuality, creativity, passion, pleasure. So when I ask these questions, I'm hearing how many women don't feel comfortable in their own body. How many women can't think of the last time they felt sexy, and sexy for themselves, not dressing up sexy for their partner, but really for themselves internally. And even though these may seem like small things, it builds up over time and it weighs on our zest for life. And one thing that I have seen a pattern of is when our zest for life goes, our health starts to decline. So it's all intertwined. And I think that these are really important conversations to have, especially seeing the rise in womb issues and autoimmune diseases in women. So another way to know that womb healing will be beneficial is difficulty setting boundaries in relationships. So if you say yes to intimacy when you're not in a mood or you don't want to, womb healing is a great way to reconnect to your body, because what happens is every time you say yes, but your body is really saying no, you're basically dissociating. You're disconnecting from your body, you're disconnecting from your intuition, and that dissociation starts to become easier and easier until you're not connected to your body at all anymore. And so womb healing will help you connect back to your body and start to feel again, because what's happening is you're just numbing out. You're just numbing out. But when we lose that connection, that's when we start to feel uninspired, uncreative, emotionally blocked, because the sacral chakra controls those areas of life. Before I go on, if anyone is listening and this is bringing up something really painful or potentially traumatic, I invite you to consult with a professional, a therapist. If you don't have a professional in your life that you can talk about these topics with, then I invite you to pause listening until you can do so in a safe manner, because your safety is a priority to me. I know that these are really sensitive topics, especially if someone has experienced trauma. So make sure that you're listening with safety. If your nervous system is feeling reactive, feel free to pause this and listen when you can consult with a professional. If you are feeling comfortable continuing to listen and you know that this is an area that will be beneficial to you, I just want you to know that this is a heavy topic, but not addressing it doesn't make it go away. It just stays trapped in the body. And honestly, you're not alone. More women are struggling with these things than we know. And that is why it was so important for me to have this conversation, start the dialogue, because if it will help a woman start her womb healing journey and potentially save a life, it's worth having this uncomfortable conversation. So if anyone is listening and they know that this is something that will be beneficial to them, I just want to say, like, cheers to you for having the courage to lean in, because I know this is not an easy topic. Okay, so let's talk about the emotions we hold in the sacral chakra. It is the heavy ones, and that's why this is such a hard topic to talk about. It's shame, it's anger, it's rage, it's fear of intimacy, and these stuck emotions can manifest as physical conditions, the physical conditions that I mentioned earlier, and also emotional detachment, numbness, and creative stagnation. Our wombs remember, they carry memories from past experiences, past relationships, even generational trauma. So things that our mother may have experienced, our grandmother may have experienced. If your mom went through something while you were in her womb, that's imprinted in you and your DNA as well. And even experiences that we've never fully processed. So womb healing can help us release energy so we can feel safe in our bodies again. And also, I do believe that when we start to heal our own trauma and trapped emotions, it clears things in the quantum field that is helping heal the generations before us as well. So this is really powerful work. So womb healing helps dissolve trapped rage and anger. I touched on this a little in the last episode. Women were not taught how to process their anger in a healthy manner. But just because we don't acknowledge our rage and anger, it doesn't make it go away. It just becomes trapped in the body. And we're programmed to be ladylike, to be silent, to stuff it all down and pretend that it doesn't exist. And that is what creates the trapped rage and anger, the feelings around the injustices, the feelings around women being suppressed, oppressed. And all of that is stuck in our sacral chakra. Anytime a woman is mistreated by a man, anytime a man, and I was chatting with a friend about the healing our inner teenager, and she was saying how when she was a teenager, how many grown men would look at her inappropriately, we have feelings around those types of things that we probably never expressed. And just because we don't express them, it doesn't make them go away. They just become trapped in the body. So womb healing helps dissolve those trapped emotions. I do this session at my studio where we have a bowl on the sacral chakra, and I have a specific meditation around forgiveness, and I play Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, and it's almost guaranteed that in that moment, that specific meditation song with the bowl on the sacral chakra, women start to cry almost every session because there's so much held in that specific area. And offering forgiveness is good, but I will say I've learned that we have to face the rage and anger first before we can get to the forgiveness, because we're kind of skipping over a step. So really honoring the rage and the anger. And later I'll share about the womb healing series that I put together recently. But honoring the rage, honoring the anger. And what I say in this meditation is your feelings are valid, your rage is valid, your anger is valid. I'm not saying go out there and act a fool, but giving yourself space to acknowledge the emotions and feelings that you've probably stuffed down, so you allow them to bubble up for the purpose of releasing them, and releasing them in a healthy manner. That is so healing for our bodies, our minds, our souls, our hearts. Womb healing will also help restore connection to sensuality and pleasure, or maybe gain it in the first place. I have had a lot of conversations with women who have never had an orgasm before. So releasing any emotional or energetic blocks that could be standing in the way of pleasure. And a lot of women are programmed to appease a man or appease their partner, not really prioritizing their own pleasure. That's a societal block. That's an energetic and emotional block. So womb healing can help release some of the blocks, allowing a woman to experience pleasure. Womb healing definitely helps with regulation of the nervous system. Women can hold a lot of fear, especially around sex or sexual violation, that keeps them in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. If a woman has ever been violated or fears being violated, that keeps her in a state of fight, flight, or freeze, not allowing her to relax and feel safe in her body. And I know this brought up a lot, but when you think about the man versus the bear, so if you don't know what I'm referring to, there was a poll circulating social media asking women, would you feel more comfortable alone in the woods with a bear or a man? And most women said a bear, which goes to show that a lot of women fear some form of violation if being left alone with a man. And that says a lot. So when I think about how many women are struggling with autoimmune diseases, it's because we've suppressed so much in our bodies, we hold so much, and we're in this constant state of fight, flight, or freeze, not allowing our nervous systems to repair and regulate. So creating safety in the body, creating boundaries and courage to say no, to stand up for yourself, and releasing any trauma that's been stored in the body from the past. This is important. This is really, really, really important. So womb healing will also develop deeper self-trust and intuitive awareness, turning back on that inner alarm. I did a podcast episode a while ago about our inner alarm. So when we're self-abandoning, when we're saying yes, but our body is saying no, we're self-abandoning. We have to turn off our inner alarm. So that womb healing is going to connect us back to our body to turn that inner alarm back on, so we can stop self-abandoning and set boundaries for our bodies, for our wombs, for our yonis. And that will create deeper self-trust, deeper self-love, and self-worth. Womb healing will also help improve menstrual cycles and reproductive health. Dissolving dense energy in that area will help things flow much better. So, with all of this, it is going to help us connect back to our divine feminine energy, which will help us feel more grounded, more magnetic, and more radiant, more vibrant, more creative, more passionate, more motivated. When we heal our womb, we heal our relationship with ourselves, our body, our pleasure, our power. There's so much power that we carry in our body, but if we're numb because we've had so many years of self-abandoning, we're not connected to that inner power. So these topics inspired me to create a womb healing series that I am going to offer at Bliss Wellness Studio starting 11/11, and I'm also offering it virtually. So it will be 8 sessions, which will come with a workbook that has journal and reflection questions and a special gift. And I'll tell you what the gift is. It's basically sacral chakra essential oils and crystals. And then for people who want to enroll virtually, which means you can be anywhere in the world, you don't have to be in Florida. If you have Himalayan bowls already at home, then pretty much all you would be doing is enrolling in the Healthy Love Healing app, which will have the journal questions and the custom meditation all in the app if you have Himalayan bowls at home. Because I know a lot of sound therapy practitioners listen to this podcast. Now, if you don't have a Himalayan bowl at home, at least 8 inches or larger, so 8 to 10 inches is probably ideal, then you can purchase one. When you purchase one from me, I will mail you the workbook and the special gift, and then you'll also receive 3 months of the Healthy Love Healing app that has the meditations and all of the instructions in there. The link for more information is in the show notes. Before I wrap up, I want to leave you with a few reflection questions. Number 1, do I feel shame around my womb, my monthly cycle, or my sensuality? Have I ever felt ashamed of my desires, body, or pleasure? What was my earliest message about being feminine or sexual? Do I feel safe expressing my sensual energy? Does my body need healing from any sexual experience I've had? If my womb could speak, what would she say she needs right now? If I had to rate how comfortable I am with my sensuality and sexuality on a scale of 1 to 10, what would that be? So 1, not being comfortable at all, 10 being extremely comfortable. I know this is a sensitive topic, so please be gentle with yourself when reflecting upon these things. Women are so powerful, and a lot of that power stems from our sacral chakra. So healing and connecting back to this area will be transformational. Connect with me if you have any questions. If you are a professional that specializes in this area and you have something that you want to add, definitely reach out to me to be a guest on the show so we can continue this conversation. Share this episode with someone that may find value in it. And until next time, wishing you healing and harmony.
Thank you so much for listening to the Sound Therapy Network podcast. Edgar Cayce says, sound is the medicine of the future. The future is now. By listening and sharing this podcast, you are contributing to the wave of healing in the world and safety in the healing space.